power advert for the Scottish people. As a Welshman, I'm sick and tired of the English rhetoric around the Euros, and so seeing something that was very anti-English and from my Celtic brothers felt very personal, and I enjoyed it vastly.
In the travel industry, most companies do a pretty good job these days. So when I flew here, my airline basically kept following me and kept giving me updates.
A campaign we've just run for MasterCard, which was around the Champions League, and we targeted fans of the teams that were playing at a particular time, and then we picked up events that happened in matches and delivered targeted content to fan groups referencing that event with fantastic imagery from a pitch-side photographer as well.
Last week, where it was miserable and horrible in London, and as an Australian, someone managed to find out that if you targeted me with a Visit Sydney ad, then I was going to get pretty bloody homesick, so that felt pretty relevant. I'm a massive believer in this, right? So I believe that there are two kinds of ways of looking at data, looking at it hypothetically, and also digging into it serendipitously. If you stumble across an insight, that's where you're going to create the best market advantage, because it's where your competition is not at yet.
Serendipity in advertising, I think, comes if somebody can anticipate your purchase intention. And if somebody can match that purchase intent that I have signified, but not overtly, then that would be a moment of serendipity for me.
Absolutely, there's value in serendipity. We all like to be delighted by something unexpected or discover a new product or service that has value to us or just has curiosity to us. Data can help us, data and the modeling that goes with it can help us sort of curate new opportunities and new experiences that will provide that aspect of serendipity to consumers in discovering new services and products and brands.